Okay, well, I knew you were going to say something like that, so I went ahead and I pulled up the cameras for the past 10 shifts.
And I'm going to sue you. If you watching me on the camera for no reason, that's a problem.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new to the channel, of course hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So I don't typically do this. My last video that I uploaded, I inserted a clip of a video that was just used for reference of just the way that a lot of these women operate in the workspace, like they're the boss. But I needed to make this video and specifically talk more about it because it was just like, I gave you a little bit, but I need us to really go into in depth with how wild these women are and how entitled we are. And then we complain about how 300 Black women were fired and Black women are so underpaid and Black women are overlooked and Black women are this and Black women are that. But Black women, we have a problem, a big one, especially in the workplace when it comes to us being employees in certain settings and also being in leadership. Okay. Now I'm going to share the first half of this interaction and we're going to come back and talk about it.
You have a second?
I'm on lunch break.
Your lunch break ended 2 minutes ago. Can I sit right
Wow,
here?
2 minutes. I came in here 2 minutes late.
All right,
I really don't want you to sit here, but since you sit down, go ahead.
Okay, well, it's a quick conversation, something informal. I don't need anything, crazy out of here. So I just wanted to let you know, how do you clock in? Do you clock in on your computer, on your phone, or do you clock in when you get to the station in the morning?
What the policy say on the computer, so what's the problem?
Okay, so I'm asking you, where do you clock in?
If the policy say computer, I'm going to tell you computer.
You're going to tell me computer, or are you going to tell me where you actually clock in? Because the last, let me pull it up on this thing. So the last 10 clock-ins show that you're clocking on your phone.
How many?
10.
Okay.
So the last 10 clock-ins, the punch-ins, they've been showing that they've been through the phone app.
I probably was in the parking lot.
Okay, well, I knew you were going to say something like that, so I went ahead and I pulled up the cameras for the past 10 shifts.
And I'm going to sue you. If you watching me on the camera for no reason, that's a problem.
That's not for no reason.
That's harassment at job.
Whenever you first applied here, and if let me just reiterate your memory. When you first had this interview here,
my doggone lunch
one
break.
of your lunch was done 2 minutes ago.
From the moment she sat down, attempted to sit down, she had an attitude. And from my opinion, someone who has attitude like that already knows what they're doing is not right. You already know that you ain't a good worker. You're a dishonest worker because nobody comes that hostile just because. No, you know that I mean, that could be absolutely your personality. Don't get me wrong, but you are more likely to show up and be in this like, oh, I don't got time, leave me alone, because you already know what they come in to talk to you about. You may not know exactly what you did, but you know you did something. Okay. The problem I have is she's asking you, and they already know. Like she said, I already knew you was gonna lie. I already knew you were about to lie. Okay, I knew you were about to lie. That's why I went and looked up on the cameras to see where you were. I mean, these people are not slow. They're not stupid by a long shot. And we think that we can clock in from home or wherever you at 10 times in a row and it's just never going to be noticed. And again, the problem the problem and the bigger issue with this is we think we can do this forever. Like you probably got away with it for a while. You probably been doing it for a while before they finally caught on. And at that point, you got to be like, you know what? I done got away with it for a long time. I got to take it. No, you then say that's harassment that they watch their cameras on their property for their staff, the employees, the outsiders, whatever it might be. Everybody has cameras and it works well when you have to use it to present problems that nobody can say that they're lying. Okay. You're going to sue them for what? You're wrong, but somehow you're flipping the script that they were wrong for looking at their cameras because you're lying. You're a dishonest person with a nasty attitude.
I'm on lunch break.
Your lunch break ended 2 minutes ago. Can I sit right here?
2 minutes. I came in here 2 minutes late.
Right,
I really don't want you to sit here, but since you sit down, go ahead.
Okay, well, it's a quick conversation, something informal. I don't need anything, crazy out of here. So I just wanted to let you know, how do you clock in? Do you clock in on your computer, on your phone, or do you clock in when you get to the station in the morning?
What the policy say on the computer, so what's the problem?
Okay, so I'm asking you, where do you clock in?
If the policy say computer, I'm going to tell you computer.
You're going to tell me computer, or are you going to tell me where you actually clock in? Because let me pull it up on this thing. So the last 10 clock-ins show that you're clocking on your phone.
How many?
10.
Okay.
So the last 10 clock-ins, the punch-ins, they've been showing that they've been through the phone app.
I probably was in the parking lot.
Okay, well, I knew you were going to say something like that. So I went ahead and I pulled up the cameras for the past 10 shifts.
And I'm going to sue you. If you watching me on the camera for no reason, that's a problem.
That's not for no reason.
That's harassment at job.
Whenever
this girl got a whole lot of attitude. I hope this a skit that Ty set up. Because, baby, I remember when I was young, and I'm like, ooh, was I that bad? Probably was. But I'm going to give some advice to my younger people. When you know that you have done wrong, the fastest way to move past all of the lashing of the tongue is just to admit that you did it and say it won't happen again. And add an apology on top of that. You cannot play the victim when you are the villain. It reminds me of working with influencers. A lot of times the girls don't deliver when they're supposed to. So I'm nice enough to reach out, give them multiple chances. They still don't do their part even though they've signed a contract. And then when I become irritable and I'm like, what's up? Like, sis, what's going on? Now there's no apology. There's nothing but a bunch of excuses. I don't want the excuses. I want you to do what you're supposed to do. But the mouth that we have to deal with is unnecessary. Just apologize, because one thing that will happen with a simple apology is it'll keep your money coming in. That will keep your bills paid. And a lot of times it'll keep you with your job. It's too many people out here that's jobless. And I'm sure that you don't want to be one.
And these are the problems that we just don't want to ever admit, that we don't want to be accountable. Right? You don't want to be accountable. And we're lazy. You're just plain lazy. You're doing whatever you want to do. You're taking advantage, and you're not going to just be able to do it forever. But somehow, again, they're wrong. Let's keep going with the rest of the video.
Yeah. Whenever we sat down on that interview, do you recall we mentioned you are going to be working under close surveillance, and if that's something that you were uncomfortable with, this is not the job for you?
I've been working for y'all 5 years. Do you think I remember anything that I told y'all?
Well, I'm not violating anything by doing that. I was just making sure that this is all up to date and clearly.
So where was I when I clocked in? Where you seen me at?
I'm not sure, but I don't feel like pulling your ADL location either. So I'm just, I am not trying to make this a big deal, Brown. I'm not trying to make this a big deal.
So what you want me to do? Go on and tell me so I can do it.
I'm just trying to bring this to your attention. I need you to stop clocking in on your phone when you're not physically at the station at 5:53. You need to be physically at the station, pulling in. Sure, you can clock in on your phone if that's what you have to do to get your clock in on time. But if I pull that surveillance, you need to be in that parking lot.
So let me ask you this. When y'all wake me up out of my bed, and I get up, I start washing, cleaning my face, putting on my clothes. I'm working in, so I be clocking in.
That's not part of this contract. 5:53, you need to be at the station in the back, clock in.
If it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't be getting up. So as soon as I wake up, I clock in.
That's all I'm asking. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this a big deal, Brown.
Okay,
this could be a lot bigger of a deal. But again, I try to look out for my employees, and I am trying to come to you before I bring this to anybody's attention.
Next time,
we could squash it now. I'm just letting you know.
It's squashed.
It's squashed.
Okay, go on so I can finish. Can I finish eating?
Your lunch break is over, but you can finish whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
No problem.
Dang, can't eat a piece.
So somehow, again, she's saying it's harassment. They're watching her. In the first video, she said the policy says clock in from the app, right? And then she says she doesn't remember what happened 5 years ago, what she signed. So on one end, you remember what you want to remember, but now you're being caught off of what you signed, what you said that you would fulfill, what you said that like this is the policy. You're not going to take advantage of it. This is used when we have issues with the system or something is down, or again, a very rare situation that you may need this. But all the attitude and then trying to, use this victim card, which we like to use it very, very loosely as women, specifically Black women. We love to be victims, love to be a victim. And as I said in my other videos, we Black women are always trying to find a way to bully and give attitude to white women. From the tone of her voice, she sounds like she's a white woman. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is how they talk to women who are white. They feel like they better not say nothing to them. They can't check them. Even if they are the boss, we have this like superior complex of this met with attitude of them trying to act like it's all about racism or they're discriminating. No, she's doing her job because you're not doing yours. And again, you're a dishonest person. And to me, you should be fired. You've been there for 5 years. Clearly, you can hold a job. And I'm thinking that they're giving you probably more grace because you've been there so long. And we haven't. And she's, I'm not even trying to make this a big deal. We're just trying to talk about this. Let's talk about what you're doing. And the thing is, once you weren't honest about from the beginning, it makes it like, yeah, this could change the whole dynamic of how we view you and how much grace we give you moving forward. But the attitude is so nasty. And I think even for me, it's like record the video and put it up online like you did something, like you were in the right. You were all the way wrong, sister. All the way. But this is the type of stuff that we do. And we think that we're going to get all these, like this pity card. No, you're dead wrong. And you should be fired, in my opinion. But again, these are just my thoughts, just my opinion. Share your thoughts and opinions on this topic. Drop it in the comments. Like the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.